Hello YouTubers, this is Cyberdyne24 and I'm here to show you another piece of my gun collection. This is actually the first pistol I ever bought. As soon as I turned 21 in May, saw it in an ad and purchased it. First gun, also was pretty much the ideal gun that I wanted to get, handgun I wanted to get. So here, let's just stop toying around and actually show it. And as you can see, ladies and gents, this is a Sig Arms Sig Sauer P226. And this is chambered in the 40 Smith & Wesson. This is the round right here. It is 180 grain hollow point. So this is a self-defense round. And as you can see by this is like an older version of it. There is no tactical slide groove on the bottom for any kind of laser or tactical light, which is unfortunate. But luckily with this gun, it was remanufactured by Sig Arms, so it was pretty much gone through and checked out by them to make sure that it was actually tip-top shape. As you can see with it, it's a two-tone. You have a black bottom with a stainless steel top. I thought it was actually really cool, and it was kind of one of the things that I wanted. Interesting fact with this particular gun is there's actually different barrels for this. This thing could fire a 40 Smith & Wesson, or you can switch the barrel out and fire a 357 Sig, which I thought was actually pretty cool and I had no idea about. Let's actually take a further inspection of the gun. Now this is, as you can see, this is a semi-auto pistol. It's very nice. It's made in Germany, and as you can, like I said before, you got a stainless steel slide on it, black polymer frame on it. Sig makes very good firearms. They also can be very pricey. I mean, this particular gun chambered in a 40 Smith & Wesson brand new would probably cost you about $800. I picked this up as refurbished by the manufacturer for only, with tax, was about $641. So I got it for a really, really good deal. It came with two magazines, all metal. They're 12-round magazines. So they're it's a little different than the Springfield. I mean, I kind of wish it was stainless steel instead of stamped metal, because unfortunate thing with this, the magazines do tend to have little rust spots on it, so it's always wise to rub those down with a brush, with a copper bronze brush or something like that, and put a little bit of gun oil on it to sort of keep the rust off of it. And as you can see with this particular one, it does have a hammer on it. And also, just to show you that I'm actually practicing safety, pull it back, hit the slide lock. As you can see through the ejection port, there is no round in the chamber, and there's no magazine, so the gun is completely safe for handling. Now, a few interesting facts with this particular firearm is it does have a safety function on it. It actually has what they call a decock level. I mean, decock lever. And it's this little button right here that I'm using my finger on. As you can see, this gun is actually cocked and ready to, if there was a full magazine in this gun would be ready to fire. If I did not want to fire it, boom. Hammer goes back to its original place, and the gun's safe. Now with this gun it is a double action. Now people want to know, what is a double action? Double action is, I can either, for instance, I can, here, let me just take the rounds out of the magazine to give you a reference. As you see, magazine is empty, load it in. I could pull the hammer back, fire. I can cock it back. I can cock it, and the hammer's triggered down, fire it. Or, as you can see, the hammer's in the original position, I can actually pull the trigger and the hammer will actually come back. That is what actual double action is. So I can either cock it back, which is easier because it takes a lot more pressure to cock it, to fire the gun like this. So to be honest with you, it's pretty much just wise to pull the slide back and actually prime the cartridge. This is not ambidextrous, so it only has one magazine release on it. So I mean, for me, it just feels really funky when it's left-handed. But since I'm a righty, works great. Drop the magazine, there we go. Put a magazine in, cock it. This shows that it's unloaded. There, it's ready to load, ready to fire. Now disassembly on it is pretty much exactly like how I showed you with the Springfield XD. Make sure your magazine's out. See, it's kind of hard with this particular angle and doing it. Here, I'm going to do it this way because then I can do it easier. Pull the slide back, put the slide lock on it. Now instead of this thing going up like the Springfield XD, it will go down. Then hit the slide lock, boom. Gun's disassembled. You can take the spring out, pull the barrel out, and do your necessary maintenance of using cleanser and a brush to scrub the inside of the barrel out, and also oil the barrel, oil the outside of the barrel, clean the spring, and also oil the spring up a little bit. That's how I usually do it. Plus, also, as any kind of metal part, any other metal parts like this with the magazine, I definitely go over it with a brush, and then put some oil on it just to prevent rust buildup. And it's always wise when you store a firearm, is you get those. They make special gel packs that help absorb any kind of moisture in the room where your guns are being stored, so that your guns do not rust. So it doesn't get surface rust on the barrel, or get rust inside the barrel itself, or on other metal parts of the firearm. Now assembly is just it's easy, just the same way as with the Springfield XD. Take it, pull the slide back, engage the locking mechanism, flip the tab back, there you go, hit the decock, and the gun's reassembled, and it's ready to be fired. Now, this is it's a nice gun, believe me, and even though the bullet is smaller than the round is smaller than the 45 ACP, it still has stopping power, and it's still a good weapon to carry. They do make various models, sizes, and also they do offer carrying ones in 40 Smith & Wesson, 45 ACP, 9mm. Really good gun. It's a really good gun. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about it. So, That is the Sig Arms P226.